peoples. I just want to share with you something that I've been taking like a few classes lately, getting a little bit of extra info. You know, when we're on this vegan lifestyle and we're on this vegan path, we tend to start going in different directions that you might not think that you're thinking about in the beginning, but it's different like levels, different levels to this. And no matter which level you branch off to and deal with and how you deal with it, it's all awesome. But I've been taking a little class, nutrition study guide, and you know, I like to stay educated. And the funny part is, out of 20 people in the class, I've taken this class for it's like a 3-week class. I've taken the class for the first week. We've had different tests every day. So far, I've been getting like, the lowest I got was 88, but the norm is like 92s, 94s, 96. Haven't gotten 100 yet, but long story short, we have to do a lot of reading. Like this weekend, we have to read like 70 pages out of this book. Let me find the guide. Yeah, this guide right here. And it's a lot of little information, a lot of good information in here. They talk about the body systems, skin health, vital signs, proper nutrition. Now, the thing that I want to discuss with you is, out of 20 people, 1 out of 20, I'm the one person that's vegan out of the whole class, including the 2 instructors. The 2 instructors are both nurses, and one is Asian, the one that's in charge of everything, the main one, and her assistant is Spanish, and the Asian instructor, nurse, was telling me what she found out the 5th day in, today's Sunday. She found out on Friday that, because we was really getting into nutrition on that day, she found out that I'm vegan. But it's like a little bit of language barrier there. So I didn't want to discuss and explain the difference between, they label it as vegetarian. We know the difference between vegetarians and vegans. And I just, for argument's sake, I just said, yeah, I'm a vegetarian. And, I don't do any cheeses or fish, so I'm not vegetarian, I'm vegan. But for the argument's sake of the class, I just said vegetarian. And the instructor, she's 5'9". She said that she used to be 110 pounds and she used to be vegetarian. And now she's 160 pounds. And she said that she would like to, she's not fat, but she would like to slim back down. She said that she works really hard. She doesn't have time to prepare meals and things. But then again, she counteracted herself, because while we were talking, she said how she cooks every night and brings her food and heats it up for lunch. So anyway, she said I guess she said when she retires or something like that, because she's been doing this for a while, she said that she wants to go back to being vegetarian. Also, she said that she had to stop and start eating meat because she started becoming, I believe she said, anemic or something. I'm not really sure. I was trying to do the video on Friday, but I go to class from 8:30 in the morning to 4:30. Then this is in New York. I work in Jersey, so I have to travel from New York to New Jersey, another state, and get to work by like 6 o'clock. So By the time I get off of work, come from another state from Jersey back to New York, then I have to read, answer questions, study, go to bed like 1 o'clock in the morning to get back up at 6:30 so I can leave at 7:30 to get to class at 8:30. Anyway, there's really not that much time that I have right now. That's why you haven't seen me doing videos. But just bear with me. I got 2 more weeks of this class. But back to the instructor. I just found it interesting that every time it came to discussing certain things that were vegetarian, she would call on me for me to, answer. We talked about, she asked what do I do as far as my replacement of milk. And I told her I do almond milk, I do coconut milk. There's so many different things, cashew milk. Long story short, she was stuck on saying how almond milk is too salty or something she was saying. But once again, like I said, it's not about arguing with anybody. I know what my blood results are. I have them posted online, and anybody who's a true vegan will have awesome blood results. Now, she was going to, off to say how, in her culture, how, soy milk is a big deal, and which is soy milk is awesome, but it's just so many different options and alternatives that nowadays we don't have to be stuck with one particular like in the box thing. Like being vegan nowadays is so awesome. There's so many different options, and it's so colorful. It's like it's not black and white like it used to be, like real plain and boring, like just salads. It's just so much more behind it. And so yeah, it was just really interesting. Also, too, I'm just going to let you look at this little page right here. And on here it says animal and vegetable for the protein. Now, protein-wise, there's always the plant, the meat eating, the animal based, and then there's also the there's also the healthy alternative, and that's the vegan way. Now, you see, we went through going through this in class, talking about it and everything for the whole day. At the end of the day, when it came down for lunch, it was funny how the big girls in class, and I'm sorry to say I'm the only male that's in the class, and I'm the only vegan that's in the class. So if there's guys, then I'll talk about guys, but it just happens to be that I'm in a class full of women, and the big ones were saying how they gotta get that meat for that protein. And I was just cracking up to myself because we see here there's vegetable, plant-based protein, as we know, that is way better for you. But people have it stuck in their mind that they need meat, and always find an excuse to go try to run to meat, which I really, it's all about getting educated. And, it just was really interesting to me. So after lunch, then I was sitting there and I usually eat like 3 bananas during the course of my little, we get 15-minute breaks, we get like a 45-minute lunch. So I'm sitting there eating a banana, and one of the young ladies walked over and said to me, "Monkey? You a monkey?" And I just found that find out it was a Jamaican young lady or whatever. And, it's all different type of races and things, and it doesn't really matter. But I just nodded my head yes and just had a ball eating my banana. But like I said, at the end of the day, the whole point behind this is 1 out of 20. Don't worry about if we're not the majority, but we are the important trailblazing pioneers that are paving the way to the healthy lifestyle, alternative lifestyle. We go against the grain. We're not in the matrix. And trust me, people will wisen up and they will wake up. And at the end of the day, you go with your head up and you don't worry about, the little side remarks or whatever the case that people say and things. And there's people who, like I say, medical field, doctors and things. If you're not a dietitian, you don't understand. If you're not a nutritionist, you don't understand what healthy eating is. So we understand it, stick to it. It's really interesting how things are. I'm really looking forward to this class and doing more things, learning more things. I learned so much. I'm going to try to do some videos and share some more information about things I learned. But yeah, just think about that situation. I don't want to make this video too much longer, but 1 out of 20 in the class, the only vegan. And it's really interesting. It really is. It's a wonderful lifestyle. I'll never change for anything. No one can ever make me go against what I'm doing here. There's no way that I would ever go back to animal products on any level. And you shouldn't either. Keep strong. I love you guys. Remember, it's not about me. It's about we. Respect them animals. Respect the planet. And until next time, holla at your boy. Give me a thumbs up, like, share the video, and subscribe. Thank you. Till the next time.